Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be resuming our look into the Jurassic Park 93 Classic Collection from Mattel. Today we're going to be looking at the Dr. Ian Malcolm Glider Escape Pack. I reviewed the Alan Grant set in the previous video, so now we're going to be taking a look at this, and as you can see, the box art is stellar as always. I love the box art on all of these figures. And then, so let's go ahead and crack this guy open. Now, one thing I did notice in this set compared to the Alan Grant set is that everything was in a bag. If you'll remember, there were a couple bags in the Grant set, but Grant and the Gallimimus were just loose in the box. And in this, everything, including Malcolm and the Dilophosaurus, are in bags. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then here's the instructions. Nobody really cares about that. We got Ian Malcolm here. His backpack, little baby Triceratops hatchling, and we'll take a closer look at all of these in a minute. Here's our Dilophosaurus. It comes with this, much like the Gallimimus, it comes with this stand for the feet to keep them separated in the packaging. Always a nice touch, even though mine were still a little bit warped, but it still stands perfectly fine. Okay, so taking a closer look at Malcolm here, it's a nice figure. It's just like all the other Mattel Malcolms, I'm pretty sure. I can't really spot too many differences, but then again, I'm not a Mattel expert, so. And then we have his backpack. We'll get to comparing that to the Kenner one in a minute. You might recognize that. And so we go ahead and get that on, and then you just plug the wings into the glider, into the backpack right here, and it turns it into the glider. So that's pretty cool, very much like the Malcolm glider from the Lost World, which I've unboxed on the channel. And then we have his gun, which is, you know, typical spring-loaded projectile, works perfectly fine. And just in typical Kenner fashion, it is too huge for him to even hold. And then we have our baby trike here. I love the Mattel hatchling figures. I think they do a fantastic job with all the hatchlings. And then you get this awesome little piece of capture gear for Malcolm to hold the trike, even though I feel like that thing would be pretty heavy, so I don't know how he's doing that, but... And then we have here our Dilophosaurus. Now, honestly, I'm a little underwhelmed with the Dilophosaurus figure. It's a nice sculpt, but I would have liked to see maybe a frill that you could have attached to it, much like the Kenner electronic one, or, you know, just a little bit more. I feel like the Gallimimus and the Alan Grant set is a little bit more of a substantial figure, and this just feels like a little bit underwhelming. But I do like the pieces of capture gear. You got this rubber sort of muzzle that goes on. And then, of course, you have the leg and hand restraints. And that goes on like so. And, I mean, it looks good in the capture gear. It's a nice figure. But, yeah, just overall, I feel it's a little bit underwhelming. So yeah, that's the set. Honestly, I do prefer the Alan Grant set, I believe. That set just feels a little bit more well-rounded. I don't know. Leave a comment down below which set you prefer, but I honestly feel like this set is just a little underwhelming. Now I want to get into some comparisons with the Kenner figures. So we have here the spitting Dilophosaurus, which I feel like is closer to this Dilophosaurus, and yeah, Kenner just blows it out of the water. Obviously, I mean, it's a rubber dinosaur, and you have that spitting gimmick, and the it's bigger. This Mattel one's just small, feels a little bit cheaper. And then here we can compare Kenner Malcolm to Mattel Malcolm. You can see the Mattel version is more sort of in a rugged wardrobe compared to the Kenner version, which is in his typical, you know, on the island appearance. But obviously I think Kenner blows this one out of the water. Of course, it's just, I feel like it's a better head sculpt even. I feel like it's just a better sculpt overall. And yeah, so... And then we can compare their guns here. Both of them, you know, they're very similar. You can see where Mattel got the inspiration from. Very similar paint jobs and detail and just the overall style of the gun. And then we can compare the hatchlings here, and honestly, this Mattel hatchling is so impressive. I'm comparing it here to the Ellie Sattler one, and this is the Eddie Carr one, which I feel like is closer in paint job and overall sculpt as well. But yeah, I think Mattel just does a great job with these hatchlings. The Velociraptor one from the Alan Grant set was especially cool. So yeah, that has been the Ian Malcolm glider set. Let me know down below which one you prefer and what you think of the set overall. So I'll see you guys later.